Welcome to the Call to Action call. Every Wednesday we sit down as a GPN community and talk about one thing that we could do this week to move our business forward. So every week we like to introduce a new idea. Sometimes we have a special guest. Other times we just talk about new things that are happening that are designed to help people move their business forward. So today we have something really special to talk about, a brand new program that can help in lead generation for your GPN community. And so we'll talk about that a bit. And also, too, at the end of the call here at the bottom of the hour at 10:30 or 11:30 Mountain Time, we will, ask for your feedback and questions at the last half of the call. So to get started, Daniel, would you like to begin and just kind of give us some insights as to what you're thinking here today on our new announcement, and then I'll go ahead and give the details.
Okay. Well, anybody who builds a network marketing business knows that one of the core things that we need to take care of. And remember, when you have been on one of our calls before, I always ask our guests 4 different questions, and I keep it to the same questions because I'd like to hear if people from very different backgrounds, if they have similarities in their answers. And I think one thing we can safely say about what nobody can avoid in network marketing is, of course, taking action. That's what we have in this call on Wednesdays. This is a call to action. But how does that look like? Well, the core thing is to keep the main thing, which is talking to people. And so that we have a constant flow of people that we expose our business to. And that's of course true for any business. If you don't have customers, if you don't have some way to reach out to people to tell them what you do, then how can anybody find you? How can anybody start doing business with you? And so the voice broadcasting system is an option that, for some people, it's very, very attractive. It's a very effective way to generate interest out there while you don't have to sit down and make phone calls or sort through people. The voice broadcasting system will do that for you. Now, most of the time when I get a call like that, I hang up. There have been a few of them that were crafted so well that they actually got my attention, and I let them a little bit follow through because I wanted to find out who's behind it. Because if somebody does something very, very well, it gets my curiosity. And we have somebody in the GPN membership, a member of GPN, that also brought this voice broadcast system to us, who is on the highest level of that in many regards. We'll go into details a little bit later here, but who has done this not just, it's not somebody who's trying it here with GPN for the first time, but has proven himself over and over again in various industries with this system. He knows really this business very, very well. And so he's somebody who does this on a very high level, best quality. And what it does for us is that it gives us something that beyond like generating leads is, of course, like the sort of the insider term. I want to call it, have people that you can talk to. And what's important with these kind of people is that they're really fresh. Now it's kind of sounds funny, but what I mean is they just responded. They did. When you have a voice broadcasting system and people just reply, then immediately when they reply, we follow up with them, and you get to go into conversation with those that want to make a step further. So there is no lag time, there is no waiting time, there is no calling leads that are 2 weeks old or anything like that. They're really right now responding to a message that they want to start in a home-based business. And of course that makes it very exciting and very dynamic, and that is very attractive to me when it comes to this kind of a system. So, and we have that available to all our members. That means that not just you, but if somebody comes in, that of course is always very important. Let's say you would use that system and somebody would ask you, well, how would I build the business? How could I find leads? Then they will have the same system available to them that you just used to get them, which is of course always a very, very important point, that we can hand it on and people can take advantage of that themselves.
Good points, Daniel. It's really, really true that, of course, talking to people and sifting through the interest, we always know that no matter what you do in terms of direct outreach, in terms of marketing in general, there's two kinds of people that are interested and people that are not interested. So, today we are announcing the voice broadcast system, brand new, developed with us by Terry Collins, who is going to be our guest today, actually. However, he fell ill and was just completely under the weather, unable to make it. But we did want to open this up for our members because it fits really well into what we do in GPN. In other words, we found the technology and we found the lead quality. And then when you take the lead quality and working technology and combine it with helping people find a comfortable path to build their business that would be appropriate for them individually, put those three things together, and suddenly have a lot of power in building your business. So with voice broadcast, for those of you who've gone through coaching already, you know that we like to have marketing tactics, or what we call attraction tactics actually, that are both passive and things that could work today, active type strategies. So when you find pre-staging leads, good thing to do, because you're talking to the people. You're actually hearing the market respond. And we know that out of every 100 people that we pre-stage, there's going to be, 80 to 90 of them that won't be a good fit. Most people are not a good fit. So now here comes voice broadcast, a passive strategy. And just to give you guys a little background on how this all came to be, a new GPN member came on board several months ago. His name is Terry Collins. And Terry's been a marketing consultant and working with both marketing and SEO for many years, working a lot with Inc. 500 companies, doing lead generation both online and offline. So he has a really good background in marketing, SEO, and both on and offline lead generation, which is not common in the internet world. Most people have expertise either way, one or the other. He's worked with a company called PowerPay, which is number 253 of the Inc. 500, and handled their marketing programs for many, many, many years. So he's really, really good background. Came to us with GPN, and he is actually the catalyst behind introducing us to the lead generation and system that we're talking about. He has access to excellent leads, people that have purchased home business type things before. They're active, either currently active or have been active and are interested in reactivating. So again, the combination of good quality leads with great technology with a message of helping people find a path that's comfortable as a way to build their business makes this really effective. So if you're by your computer and you can actually take a look at the new package, this would be great, and we can kind of talk about it just a little bit if that's okay. Basically, just go to GPN Center and log in if you're by your computer, and if you're not, after the call, go ahead and log in. You'll click on the Building My Business, and then the last sub-tab on the right is called MAP Map Program. When you go there, you see the top entry is the Voice Broadcast Leads. It's our new program, so we wanted to make sure everybody saw it and was able to understand it. So basically, what we do in a voice broadcast program is we send out a voice broadcast to 10,000 home-based business leads. These are people who have purchased before or have been in companies before and are interested in rejoining. So we sort through all the replies. So what happens is the voice broadcast goes out. Terry has worked with us very closely. We've done several months of testing to see this happen. We'll make sure this works and make it work for us. And we've revised the message many times and all that. But Terry has worked with us. We're using the messaging that he's tested over the years, and we've proven out now as well. So it calls out to 10,000 people in about 90 minutes to 2 hours. And so then after we get replies, people have the option to reply or opt out. After we get the replies, we do all the sorting. We sort through all the replies, and we follow up with the people who have shown interest in receiving further information as a result of the phone message they received. And what happens is, I'm sure you've all heard it, it's a message about home business and that sort of thing, and people can choose to opt out, or they can choose to listen to more, or certainly they can hang up. And Daniel, I think your point was really, really well made. You hang up on a lot of those calls, right?
Yes, I do.
And I do too. But guess what? I also listen to calls when I'm interested in what they're saying, correct?
Yeah, like I said, if they're done right, and I wouldn't even be able to really tell you because I'm not an expert on this, but some calls seem to I don't know, of some reason I go, And so,
let me find out more about this. Exactly.
Right.
The only ones I find I opt out of is the political messages where candidates call me, I'd like your vote on, interested in their vote, right? So that kind of a thing. But, we do all that sorting after they show interest. Then we proceed to send them further information on GPN, book them into a free consultation with one of our nurture marketing partners. We're doing all that for you. Then once we have a qualified potential future member, that's warm, meaning that they've shown interest in moving forward, then you, the GPN member who is working with the voice broadcast program, you have two options for checking back, for following up. The first option is that you have the option of calling that potential future member, and after we edify you and your business, and you edify GPN as part of it. So we edify you and your business. You edify GPN by speaking to the potential future member at a time at the time they've identified as being warm. So what we're doing is we're helping them see the advantage of GPN, but as like a social network kind of a way, your own words. You tell people why you like GPN. And, of course, that helps people understand the benefit. They hear it from a different point of view, a member. And that often is very powerful and helps advance the member moving forward to make that decision. Or you can just simply, we can follow through for you without any involvement on your part, and so until your potential future member is ready to move forward with their home business. So there's two options in this program. First time we've offered this, and of course our coaching team will work with you to make sure you're really clear on what to do at the point of that call if you'd like to do it. Again, this isn't the time to pitch your business, because if you start pitching your business too early, we lose interest. See, pitching the business too early is talking to people before they're listening. If you talk to people before they're listening, the chances of success are much lower, which is why we see a huge failure rate in network marketing. People are trying to talk to people before they're listening. And so no matter which of the two options, either you being part of the sales cycle, the process with us, or us doing all the work for you, we still do all the heavy lifting of following up and qualifying. So you can talk to the cream of the crop, if you will, the cream that rises to the top as soon as they show interest, or you can wait until they're ready to become a member and actually build a business. But both ways, either way, we're building a deeper relationship first by coming into the GPN community. And just to give you the idea of the metrics, by metrics I mean the results that we're seeing from a voice broadcast, to give you an idea and an expectation. Currently, we're finding we're continuously testing, but at this point we've tested, we verified, we know this works really well. We broadcast 10,000 leads out on your behalf. About 20 to 25 people are qualified to be interested. Now, that doesn't mean that only 20 to 25 people said, yes, I want more information. That means of the people, 10,000 are broadcast, of the people who said they want more information, statistically and over time now we're finding that 20 or 25 have interest. Of those 20 to 25, approximately 50% of them move forward in the free consultation, meaning they're serious enough to build and are really interested. And of that, about 10% close. So we're seeing approximately, on average, one new member coming into GPN, which then again, remember, transitions into your network marketing downline for every voice broadcast. So if, like I say, if you go to the GPN Center, log in, go to Building My Business, and then the MAP program, you're able to order the voice broadcast program and get it rolling for you on very short order. So, we're really excited about the program because it's a passive strategy, but yet it's active in nature. So because there is a lot of potential of being seeing a result today, right now, and that's what I mean by active. Active means something you can see a result anytime you do it. Passive meaning like a savings account, you put a little bit in all the time, every day, and you start seeing results. So we're really excited about the program. We love the program because it does combine, it's passive for you, the member. It's very economical for us doing all the work. And, you have the option of being part of the conversation at the appropriate time or letting us continue to do all the work. It's up to you. So very, very, very good program. And we're really excited about it. And I would encourage people, in fact, that will be our call to action, encouraging people to take advantage of it and start to build this way. Now, I'm not saying to replace everything you're doing with voice broadcast. We always learn, something I learned from one of the greatest marketing minds in the world today, a fellow by the name of Jay Abraham, is that if you build a business with just one attraction or marketing tactic, what ends up happening is you have a diving board. And if anything lets up with that marketing tactic, you're in trouble. Most people build their business that way, and most people don't do a very good job at building their business because they are only doing one thing. What we recommend at GPN through our coaching program is for people to have at least 3 marketing tactics or attraction tactics that they're working with consistently. So, if you have 3 and you're doing them consistently, it's better than having 7 that you don't do at all. 3 things you're doing consistently, at least one of them should be an active marketing tactic like pre-staging or like voice broadcast, depending on your time and budget. And at that point, when you do those things consistently over time, you start seeing good results. So this is an excellent way to leverage your time, have us do the heavy lifting for you, be part of the conversation at the appropriate time or not, and seeing really good results from each and every voice broadcast. So that's in a nutshell what we're doing. Daniel, what might you add to that?
Well, I'm curious to hear anybody here on the call. What's your initial response when you hear that? I'm not looking for anybody saying, "Yeah, I'm in. I'm not going to use it" or so. But anything that comes to mind, questions that you have, comments that come up. Let's talk about this a little bit here.
Daniel.
Hey, Carl.
Yeah, could you just share a little bit more about what do you think is the difference between these automated calls that force you to immediately hang up or the ones that cause you to pause and say, wait a minute, what's here? What do you think is the difference besides the automated recorded message?
For me, the ones that get my attention are not the ones that immediately bark at you, like something like, have you yet found a way to make $1,500 and blah, 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 or, that kind of thing. But somebody who speaks in a normal voice and just conveys a message where I can say, okay, they're using a method that I'm not super in favor of, but what they're talking about kind of makes sense. See, we all have, and I would think everybody on the call here has the same problem. We're in an industry where most companies, and not just in industry, but in the world, where we constantly, we have radio, TV, billboards, internet, all these different channels are coming at us, constantly pitching us. And so most of us have something you could call a sales filter. And the moment something sounds too salesy, our filter comes up and we hang up, or we say, I can't deal with it, and so forth. But at the same time, I'm not sure if everybody here have made a decision what company to go with. Well, if you made a decision to build a network marketing business, but you haven't yet decided on what company to go with, you somehow have to go through some of that. You listen to some of the pitches that people have out there. You go through the different things, and whatever works for you, even though it may be a little salesy, you go like, there's a few things here that I kind of like, and so I'm going to go a little further with this. And that's what I'm talking about. I am a marketer. I'm committed to GPN. I'm committed to the people and the members of GPN to help you build your business, help myself build the business. We're all in the same boat here. But I got to stay informed, and that means I cannot just hang up the phone when I get a call like that. I got to pay a little bit of attention. I can tell you one thing, Carl, and we talked about this all this time with Mike, with everybody else on these calls. If there is some natural conversation, natural tone involved, then I'm willing to take a listen, right? And that's the same true for a website. If I go to a landing page and it immediately hits me with an automatic video that barks at me, I just don't like that style. It doesn't matter how great your message is. If you're just pushing me immediately, then I don't want to go there. But if you have something that you present to me, much like I just looked at the GPN landing page again, that everybody else here on the call has, that's a very nicely balanced, and so many versions of that we've created, where you are balanced between like presenting something that has enough interest so that I say, I want to maybe investigate that, but at the same time staying human enough, relate to me on my level where I am at, that I don't feel like you don't care about me, you just want to sell some stuff. And so that's be it voice broadcasting, be it a website, being a radio ad, whatever, certain things get through to me, and they always have that element, the human element, the little bit toned down, and most of all, some element that I can relate to in my current situation. Does that make sense, Carl?
Yeah, and I think what you're saying, correct me if I'm not, right on with you. What you're saying is that you're looking for someone who's genuine, who's authentic, who appears to actually care about you,
right,
versus as you said, making a sale, quick fix kind of thing like that. So
right.
The human element is what I hear.
A human element, and I found that in Terry, in my conversations with him.
Yes.
So we have somebody who is a match for GPN in the way he does that, so that we don't have we're not going to generate leads that then tell us, well, hey, you guys told me that I don't have to do anything and I don't have to talk about anybody and it's all going to happen by itself. Well, this is just not there. We're not there. We're involved. We care about the people that we bring into our business. And that care also, expresses itself through the way we build our business and how we are there for the people that we bring in, right?
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Good question, Carl. Also, too, this talks to the same, Carl, your question, excellent question, thanks for asking it, talks to something in the world of marketing called worldview. No matter who we are, no matter what our perception is of life, we all see the world through our own tinted rose-colored glasses. And if you'd want to know more about how people do make decisions, there's an excellent book written by a man named Seth Godin, Godin, and it has the catchy little title called All Marketers Are Liars. And the premise of the book isn't that all marketers are liars. The premise of the book is that we make decisions based on worldview, our worldview. So if we hear a voice broadcast message, like, for example, in my case here in the United States, I hear a political message, I'm gone. I'm not interested. I don't want to hear a political message. I make decisions outside of voice broadcast messages from politics. But if I hear a business message that catches my attention, like Daniel said, my worldview is I'm interested in what that is because I'm interested in building a business. And people that are interested in network marketing, the open-minded people, the caring people, the kind of people that we find are a good fit for our GPN community, like Carol Ivey, for example, is really respond, we find him pretty nicely to that message, and I think that's a big part of it as well. So again, if you are interested in learning more about worldview and that idea, the book All Marketers Are Liars by Seth Godin lays it out beautifully. It's a quick little read book, and it's really, really good information. And good, Daniel, good explanation on that as well. So thanks. Who else? What else are we hearing from the community? What are you guys feeling about this? Anybody?
Hello,
Mr.
Bill.
Rick Wendt?
This is George.
Hi, George.
Hi. I was just in the back office looking at that new program.
What?
And with the voice broadcasting.
Uh-huh.
And I was actually impressed at the price. I thought it was going to be more than what traditionally I've seen out there, for voice broadcasting. But I don't know how you all did that, but you all have a nice little deal there.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely.
Well,
it's very competitively priced. You're right.
Right. Yeah. This is, the guy who always closes out our Wednesday calls here. The guy in the background, our awesome CEO, Denis, he makes the deals, and he's very, very good at it. So
oh, yeah.
You have somebody, and, we got your back, right? That's the best way to say it. We got your back.
That's awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And yeah, no, I agree. And especially, remember, we're doing the sifting. If you choose the option where you move into the process at the appropriate time, you're talking to what we call in that explanation of the Voice broadcast leads, the cream that rises to the top as soon as they rise to the top. So we're doing a lot of the heavy lifting. You have the choice of edifying GPN after we edify you, or letting us do all the work. So yeah, very, 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 very competitively priced for that. Then thanks for pointing that out, George. We appreciate it. Anybody
Bill?
else, as we're getting ready to wrap up here at the bottom of the hour? And is there
who was
else
that?
has a thought?
Somebody?
Yes, hi, this is Rick Wendt. How are you guys?
Hey,
Hi, Rick.
Thank you very much for all this. I know that you guys have been working on this for quite a while, and I just really want to thank all of you and Denis and everybody behind the scenes. My question real quick, though, have you noticed any difference in the numbers from those who are actively participating in the process as opposed to those who don't participate and it's just all GPN the whole way through? Have you noticed any difference?
Well, let me respond to that, and Bill, you can, if you have specifics, I thank you very much for this question, because this is a bigger question, not just for the voice broadcasting system. As much as we like to, we've been through this for many years. That question is at the core of the GPN mission, to fill in a gap between what people are able and willing to do, and what just people cannot do or don't have the time for, right? So we fill and we sort through members. We do certain things for our members that, again, you may not have the time to, you're not willing to, you don't have the skills for, and so on. But let me be very clear. In any regard, we are in a relationship business. You know, you heard me say this many times. This is not a numbers game. That's a wrong angle to look at network marketing. Network marketing, in some sense, you could say is a numbers game, but that's not the core importance about network marketing. The core important thing in network marketing is that we are a relationship game. We connect with people and we build long-term relationships because we want a residual income. Residual income is long-term income, and there's the equation. If you don't have long-term relationships, you don't have residual income. And that means we're building real relationships, not just fake for today and tomorrow and next one. No, and if you're really good at building relationships and you can educate others about how to do that, then you build a massive business. And so anything that supports building relationships is helpful. And so from that point of view, the earlier you involve, the more you engage in this whole process, the better. And that is something for you to discuss with your coach and with your marketing partner in the sequence that you step in with the willingness that you bring to the table and with the skills. Because the other thing is, this is not a business of duplication. That's another wrong angle to look at this. This is a business of education. It's a skill-based business. We make money with our mouth because we talk to each other, right? and you can learn something about that. And let me just say one quick thing here, and that relationships are not built by pitching, right? We all know that. You cannot build a relationship with your car sales person. They're not interested in a relationship with you. They're interested in selling a car. And so if you pitch people, that doesn't help us to build relationships. But I see it all the time, even with very good, willing people. They're pitching all over the place. They don't lead with conversation and relationships. They lead with the features, with PPC, product, pay plan, or company. Well, so if we learn the skill to be with people without raising that sales filter and really get through to them and helping them to make more money, have more time, save some taxes, really be there for them, that's going to be the basis for long-term relationships, and the earlier you involve, the better. Now, Bill, do you want to chime in for that?
No. What a great point, though, Daniel. It's really so true. It's opening the door, and that's why I really like this voice broadcast program, because it helps us to open the door without taking a lot of our time personally. But once the person comes into GPN, or when we edify GPN as part of this process, certainly, that whole idea of educating, the whole idea of relationship, of real relationship, not just, me thinking you're a target for my business and let me tell you all about how you're going to make a bunch of money, or how great my product is, how you're going to do this result or that result, and look what I did for me, whatever. Until people are listening, they're not hearing that message. But once they know, like, and trust you, they hear the message, and that's what GPN does. So what a great point, Daniel. Really, really, really good. And something I think we all need to keep in mind, and why we're here in the community is because this is the opportunity we give people. We bring them into community in a way that helps them, and then build know, like, and trust, get them the training that the majority of people are able to do most of the time, and then introduce them to the business and have them move into our downline at the point they're listening. It's so important, just wonderful. Really, really good explanation, Daniel. Thanks for sharing. Well, as we wrap up the call,
Bill, let me I know we're a little bit behind half an hour, but let me just say one more thing here.
Oh, please.
I understand that everybody that becomes a member, particularly a new member in GPN, wants to see the results, wants to see what we can do for them, and so on and so forth. And I'm 100% behind that we're committed to give you the results. But here's the thing: we're a community. You're part of the results. You're a member that's already part of GPN. So the more you show up with your confidence and with your support for the GPN platform, the better results we can generate. We're in it together. Can you see that? That's an important thing to see, and I in a bigger picture, I think we all have a little bit of a hard time. To fully comprehend that, what the power of that would be if this community works as one. I just wanted to say that as soon as you see some results, if you show up here to show people that you're there, then they are motivated to be here more, and it just makes a big difference. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. Really, really, really good wrap on that, Daniel. Excellent. Thanks for sharing it as well. Certainly something to keep in mind. And to that end, remember that, and is a little bit of our news flash here, that, we open the GPN blog for members to post on so that you can use the post on the blog, the GPN blog, to edify yourself and your business. So when you post to the GPN blog, you send us posts to communications, plural, at gpncenter.com. We help you get we put the post up for you. And then you use your post in your direct outreach and even in voice broadcasts when you're reaching, if you decide to follow the option where you'll be part of the process. You become somebody different. So utilize those things. They're there for you. Same with Facebook. Come and play with us on Facebook, facebook.com/empowering.your.home.business, and be part of the conversation on there. We'll edify you. You edify GPN. We're all in it together as a community. So take advantage of these things. I mean, really, really good point. And next week, I would hope everybody will take a close look at the voice broadcast technology and program that we've launched now. Again, go to GPN Center, log in. Under Building My Business and MAP program, it explains all the details and gives you the opportunity to request the voice broadcast for yourself. So I invite you to take a look at that. Next week, we'll continue this conversation and talk a little bit more about it, answer specific questions and that sort of thing, have a more discussion from the members' point of view. So with all that being said, as we wrap up the call, as we always do, I'd like to introduce the President, CEO, and founder of GPN, Mr. Denis Vachon. Denis?
Well, thank you, Bill, and thank you for everybody participating on the call today. The one thing that comes to mind with this new offering is it really comes back to our name, Global Power Networks, and it's the power. The power. It's not a a kind of a greedy power type intonation. When we say Global Power Networks, it's the power of the partnerships. It's the power of the community, all working together here to make this work and create success. And I think as Carl alluded to, is we're here. It's the mission. It's the why. We're here. Yes, we provide the voice broadcasting, we provide the coaching and all the different pieces, but it's all about helping people find their personal path to success. It's creating that positive change in the lives of people by helping them create success in home business, which, as we know, if it's done the traditional way, which involves selling and pitching and so forth, it doesn't work for most people. But we're truly here to provide a path for people to create success. So if they do put in the effort, they will create the results. It's not about, because typically in the traditional side, they don't feel comfortable in the path they've been given, i.e. pitching and selling and the hype and everything else, which is why most of them don't even go out and do it at all. And if they do, they quickly see some rejection and they quickly retreat back to their comfort zone, which is, this is not for me, and they quit. But we're truly here to provide, this is yet another path that we're providing to help people create that success in a way that's going to feel comfortable for them. It's not going to be for everybody, but it may be for others. And so we're really happy to provide that additional path. And coming back to, again, the power of the community, we have somebody here in Terry that we're working with, and that we've been able to create something very special at a very, very good price, as George mentioned. Working again to provide a member price. You can't get that price outside of GPN. It's definitely a price for our members. And Terry, to give you some background, he actually had fallen out of favor with network marketing. He was really focused on more the marketing side, the voice broadcasting. And when he saw the power of what we were doing, he not only wanted to collaborate with us, he has actually become a member of ours to build, again, a network marketing business using the voice broadcasting and using our approach of helping people find their path. And because you see that this is truly something unique that we can offer to people and create success for a lot more people than traditionally. And again, it all comes back to feeling good about what you're doing. It's one thing to create success, but if you can help a lot of other people along the path, now that provides you with that satisfaction. It makes it fun again. You're in integrity. And if that part is not there, you can make all the money in the world. If it doesn't feel good, it's likely not a long-term solution. I mean, it's got to feel good, it's got to be fun, you got to be in integrity, and you got to make the money. All those factors have to be there for it to be long-term. And I think Terry's really, grasped onto the fact of, building relationships. We could talk about the know, like, and trust factor, really helping people find that path in the way that's comfortable for them. And so Terry's actually become, not only working with us to provide the voice broadcast, he's become one of our members to use this technology, this path, to help him build a network marketing business. So he's actually back and really excited about network marketing again, which he had kind of fallen out of favor with over the last number of years because he had created success himself, but again saw so many people falling by the wayside that were not creating success that it didn't feel good anymore. Now he can feel good about building a network marketing business again. So again, I really come back to that. The power of the community. We have members here, all here to help each other, and that's why we've been able to come up with this great new option here, is working with Terry to provide this at a very reasonable price to our members. So we look forward to working with all of you moving forward and having this as an additional path in your repertoire to help build your business. So there's my message for today. Thank you very much for being on the call, and have a great week.
Thanks, everybody, and we'll see you next week at the same time. So look forward to it.